Hello YouTube, this is Miss Grizzly, and I'm gonna at least start this quest. I won't do it all right now because I want to go record a Fortnite Lego video to get out tonight. But we are doing the, where is it? Give me a second. Guide to Saving the World event.
I was observing the action from my van. In a science.
It wouldn't let me mark it for some reason. There it goes. Destroy cars in any hex to gather nuts and bolts for ammo. So, if you haven't done these before, what you can do, load into a mission solo. Mission that you, like a township, would have the cars. As long as the mission says, as long as the mission says nothing about completing the mission, you can grab the objectives and then complete the mission. So we're gonna do that real quick. As long as you pick up a township, you can just go to the middle of the map and just get a bunch of cars. If you didn't know, at the end of the quest line, I believe you get the old loading screen for Save the World.
Hey, we're getting some great baseline data here. Keep up the good work. Good thinking by targeting cars. Great source of nuts and bolts.
You just have to destroy them. So if you want to destroy them with grenades, rockets, anything. As you can see, if you complete a mission fast enough, you can just wait for all dialogue to be completed. But otherwise, as long as the mission doesn't say complete mission, you can just head back to, leave the game and go right on to the next quest. So eliminate Husk with any ranged weapon. Activate suppress and fire passive by landing consecutive hits on the same target. Activate the Stay Frosty passive by getting 3 eliminations in a row, and use it to shoot Husks with. Okay, I'm gonna put this at the beginning of this mission guide. It's for the soldier class. All 3 missions of you technically don't have to play a soldier to get kills with the assault rifle, but for suppress and fire and the freeze one, you need to be playing it as a soldier that has the. I play as a soldier that doesn't have them, but it still works because technically they're still able to be used. But as you can see, like the basic green that you get has suppress and fire and stay frosty, but both suppress and fire and stay frosty can still trigger on soldiers that don't have this skill. But you need a soldier for these first 3 missions. Otherwise, I hope that helps. My guess would be you just need to, for this, you would just need to get kills with ranged weapons without taking damage. So, let's just jump into a map and see.
Again, tough choice.
This encampment is not active.
There we go. So yeah, get 3 kills in a row, like within quick succession. It activates the Stay Frosty perk. Then it's just make sure you hit enemies within that time. So hit 20 enemies with different bullets. So your best bet is to swap over to a weapon that shoots faster. From everything I was just seeing, I don't think I technically needed to make a level 1 weapon. The funny part is I don't play as soldier, so that was all new to me. Because I usually only play ninja. And if I get a mission to play as soldier or something, I re-roll it, usually. So, because dailies you can re-roll. But yeah, so 50 kills. 50 kills, with range weapon. 50 kills with range weapons. 4 suppressed kills while playing as a soldier. And then, after getting 3 kills in a row, for a short time, you get a damage boost, as far as it sounds. 3 kills very quickly, you get the Stay Frosty perk, and then it's just get 20 hits on any enemy. So, but we are done with this mission, so we can now quit. This will give us a ninja, so I'm guessing the next mission will be ninja base. But like I said, I'll come back and do this later. Ninja should be very easy, though. Technically, all of these would be easy if you're not an idiot like me. Yeah, you're the ninja. So, eliminate huts with any melee weapon in any zone. Activate Mantis Jump. And activate Shallow Stance. So, yeah. The first one was Soldier Base, and I should have figured that out. We will play... We'll play Ninja next time we're on. But yeah, I'll probably keep... The previous part, I'll probably keep any of the dialogue in from the previous mission, but that second time, me bringing in an actual soldier was the key. So, okay, I'm back. It's been a few days. I wanted to do this earlier, but I really been putting it off. So, up next is the ninja. As you can see, I've already done 2 of them. Basically, you have to do the Mantis Jump like 3 times. And it was like eliminate 30 or 50 enemies with a melee weapon. I always run a melee weapon. You don't have to be on ninja for it. The last one you'll have to be on ninja. The Shallow Stance. So, if we go into the collection book, I'll show you. We'll do this. But if I inspect one, the Shadow Stance and Mantis Leap. Mantis Leap, you get additional jump. I think most ninjas have additional jump. I have ability on, so like Ninja Loadout, I have a extra ability on. I got it from some other ninja that allows me 2 extra jumps instead of 1. And that Mantis Jump, you can actually get it done in this lobby. You can get your extra Mantis jumps in this lobby done. We just have to go in and get the kills real quick. So let's just grab this. Eliminate and collect or a encampment one would be your best bet if you're trying to get kills. Oh, Shadow Stance this thing. Yeah. So when you kill an enemy with a melee weapon, you can go into the Shadow Stance mode. I should say when we're jumping into the next one, it all depends on how you play. You might have missions to do like soldier missions or ninja missions. I'm mostly a ninja. My brother mostly plays as a constructor. I have another friend that plays mostly as soldier. I just like ninja because you get the double jump.
Hey, Commander, I know you've got a lot to learn as you take over home base, but we still need to keep exploring these passive physics abilities.
So harvest any object as an Outlander in any zone.
Physics works for ninjas and soldiers. We might be able to get extra weird with our Outlander fleet.
Anti-material charge. Activate in a zone by hitting the object 5 times with a pickaxe. Do that 3 times. And interact with any Outlander fragment in any zone. I'll tell you right now, the fragment thing, I'm not perfect. Like, most of these things I don't technically know. I just play. So we're just gonna play as Outlander. I'll quickly show you. through the collection book, or I'll just look at Outlander. So we'll do this one that we just... So anti-material charge, in the zone, loot llama, increased Tay duration. The one I'm going to be playing as, I can get all the challenges done, but I believe mine doesn't. I'll talk about each one. This will be probably one of the quickest ones. I can't say the quickest because I don't know about the other ones. We're just going to go to a map that has walls and stuff, and we can talk about this. This is the one character as a Outlander. I play as the Outlander every so often if I have a mission to find chests in Venture or wherever. Because Outlander has a really neat ability. Like, I love Ninja a lot, like it's my go-to class, but Outlander I think is my secondary class. Okay.
I hope you're in the mood for laser
Just harvest 20 objects, doesn't matter what. As you can see, we hit 5 things.
bonus challenge is now available.
We got the...
Another earth-shattering discovery. When your Outlanders strike an object with their pickaxe 5 times, it activates a passive
You can
boost.
see chests and stuff through the wall.
I'm calling this one in the zone.
That's...
Or maybe like
It's really good for seeing chests.
control.
That's why I love this. But the alternative fire, if you press the other trigger when having a pickaxe, you can do this.
Just as I suspect, the Outlanders have been 2 steps ahead of us this whole time. If you don't believe me, try out the anti-material charge. If you want to see the anti-material charge yourself, make sure your Outlander has
These are the fragments you have to look for.
You'll figure it out. It's not hard to miss. Husk spotted.
Target located. Drop the atlas on the target when you're ready.
As you can see,
Head out into the zone and gather some resources.
objects harvest is going up with the seismic punch.
That's an Outlander shard. Great work. Those shards power their Outlander fuse. It has to be connected.
Otherwise, we're done with the mission. I'm going to just let him keep talking, and then we'll finish this off. Oh, I will say with the seismic punch,
Nicely done.
if you have a mission to break TVs, we hit the punch right here, it would destroy all TVs on multiple floors. Same thing if you build, it would destroy TVs on the multiple floors. I don't have one of the missions, so I can't really show it off. But there's also, I can't remember, there is a Outlander that increases the amount of loot you get off while punching. So when you hit an ore or something, you would get double the loot from it. I don't know what one it is, but there is one. Otherwise, we're done with this. We'll leave. Our goal is to beat this today. Because there's going to be a lot of Fortnite guide videos if I can get them out today. No drink videos like I thought I was going to do. It would be two different anime reviews and a bunch of Fortnite guides.
My hypothesis and presented.
So eliminate any Husk in any zone.
Okay, you probably don't care about the specifics.
Use your base in any zone.
I've had since the end of the world. And I know that's not setting the bar high, but I just really
Activate
love the
kinetic
scientific
overload by
process.
staggering or knocking back enemies with melee weapons.
Play Constructor to the zone, and I'll get things rolling.
So I'm gonna have to quickly see if... Oh, actually, I'll show you quickly the collection book. If we go to Constructor, it was a base Kyle. So if we go in here and we inspect, we have the base increase in building health, connect overload. So, okay, we got Kyle to run. Just because I'd rather be very obvious with this, we are gonna just pick another mission like this.
Strike an approaching horde. Get ready for a fight. We've got 10 minutes to take out as many husks as possible. If you bag enough husks, we win. If you don't, we don't. Don't forget to collect those husk and mist monster samples. Strike hard, strike fast, strike fear into the heart of the horde.
We'll put down the home base.
Watch how the husks move and where they spawn. That should help you figure out the best place to build your trap. Commander, let's see what happens when your constructors use melee weapons. Let's test out the base device. Drop the base device near the objective. As you continue to fight in the field, pay attention to where the husks spawn and how they move. The more you understand the storm, the better you'll be at placing traps effectively. Just as I suspected, when constructors stagger or knock back husks, there's some sort of kinetic overload.
As they say there,
Let's start by gathering supplies.
you get enough you get enough husk kills or stagger kills, and eventually you can pull out your pickaxe and get a knockback. I'm killing them in one hit, so it's still counting.
Stagger or knock back husks with a melee weapon to activate kinetic overload.
Otherwise, I'm gonna put down the base 2 more times. Okay, now we just need 5 kills with traps. So I'll make a trap real quick. I'll make my broadsider because, like I said, I have really thought it was like the best trap in the game for a long time, and apparently it's not really great.
Look at this, you're a natural.
Otherwise, that is the 20 trap kills. Once you kind of figure out how each hero works, these missions go pretty quick. These are not long missions. We got all 4 tasks done.
Traps and your base device. We've got a lot of rebuilding to do if we're going to save the world. Which is actually starting to feel like a possibility.
Okay.
Commander, the data is coming in and I can hardly believe it myself. I'm looking at actual confirmation that the world reacts to the way you fight and gather.
Okay, I'm sorry about skipping that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw on my ninja. So what we're gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna show you an option you can have on because I'm gonna make the radars super quickly. So how to do the radar, like repair radar, make the radar dishes. There's an option you can, if you go in options, you can turn on something. I use it on. My brother doesn't really like it on, but if you go into game, you go down. If you turn on simple edits and save the worlds, you can have tap to simple edits. Don't do simple build and save the world because it can mess with it. But if you have these settings on, I will show you how quickly you can build a radar. But let's jump into a map. I don't know if there's any in this first area. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Certain maps will have a mission like this. Build the radar grid, which has like 4 or 5 radar grids that you can build. But I'll do a basic map and we'll just quickly run around and see. So, because there can be anywhere from 1 to 2 radar grids on a map to build when you join in. It's going to be weird because I'll be cutting out a lot of content because there's a lot of loading screens in this. Okay, search 10 containers we'll do real quick.
Fight that storm. Bonus challenge is now available.
Like I said, radar towers, there's a chance of up to like 2
Target located. Drop the atlas on the target.
on a map. Sometimes you might find more, but it's like a chance. It's just...
Ooh, good news, Commander. This zone is full of valuable resources. Be sure to search any containers you see.
I did a township because
Oh, you gotta love containers.
I did a map that is like a radar grid or whatever. Not radar grid.
Ways loot can be hidden, so keep
I did a map that's like an atlas or whatever because technically if you don't start the mission, you can just get your objectives done and quit. Like I said at the beginning, make sure when you're doing this, make sure you have autofill off if you're doing this way, because it could mess with people trying to look for
great.
people for their games.
Exactly what we need.
So like this one building had 10 containers. So
At least a few more.
there's one. So I'll show you. With those settings I applied earlier, if I go up to these, as long as I'm pressing the right buttons for the walls and stuff, you can build these really quick. It makes missions, there's missions where you have to build like 4 or 5 radar grids. If you have like the simple edits on that I showed, it makes building these super quick.
Keep it up.
We have one more to do. I'm hoping this map has one, but like I said, there's a chance that maps only have one of them on. So if you're not doing a build the radar grid, then you might have to do 2 maps. And it's looking like we might have to do 2 maps just to do it this way. I'll check the middle of the map real quick just to see, but
Saved my life.
yeah, I'll be right back. We're gonna go just jump into another mission and look for another radar grid. Hey, there's one more. It actually didn't take as long as I thought it was gonna take. It's fine. Like I said, once you get into the habit of what buttons you have to press to make these, making a radar tower is super easy. Like I said, if you have simple edits on, you can't, when you make stuff, you can't really edit stuff, like, really well. So, like, every time I hit B, it's gonna reset. So, it's good for radar towers, but it makes it so it's a little more difficult to make bases that you want. So turn it on if you want to. I usually have it on just because I can make do with the setting. Otherwise, let's go back to the main menu. So as you can see, rescue survivors in any zone 3 and destroy Husk encampments in any zone.
But mostly, she wanted to remind us that
So your best bet is go to a Husk encampment area and get 3 done, like one of these, or go into a survivor mission and hope that there's 3 encampments. I'm gonna do an encampment one and hope that there's 3 survivors in here. We're gonna do no fail, and then I'm gonna quickly throw on, if you go defenders, if you have any defenders you can level up. I'll wait until we launch here. If we edit our team, I can put on defenders to help out. So I'll throw on just 3 quick defenders that can help me out in here. Since it's a beginning area, you really don't need that high of defenders like I'm bringing in, but yep, just find save 3 survivors and defeat 3 encampments. If it's an encampment mission, these encampments will be harder and harder each one you do. That's why I said your better option is probably do survivor mission, get 3 survivors and hope there's 3 encampments, because encampments in non-encampment missions are only 1 wave of enemies usually.
Something weird has been happening in this zone.
Okay, we found 1 survivor so far. I'll mute myself there because there's a phone call, for someone else in the family. But as you can saw, there's a tent there. If you see a tent on the map, there's usually a survivor that will spawn in next to the tent. You just have to defeat the enemies that's following it. Otherwise, we have one more to find. There's all 3 survivors.
See you soon.
Now we're going to do the encampments. Like I said, since we're on an encampment mission, the first one is going to be like one wave, and then it's just going to get harder and harder. Like I said, if you're on a non-encampment mission, this will be very quick for you guys, but I'll at least keep these in case you're on one of these with me.
Find the next one.
Okay, we're on the way to the second one. If you're doing an encampment mission, they'll show off the next one by a light in the sky. If you haven't found it, or even if you found it. So, there's the second one done.
The encampment.
It's the last one. Right. Here we go. That's the last one.
There's one more guy that out.
You're a little bit behind with that quote. Because we already found the last encampment. You don't have a quote? Cool. Okay, cool. Let's back out. So we lost a line of dialogue, but that's fine. I wasn't listening to all dialogue anyways. But here's what you get for completing part 1.
Done, Commander. You know, from way up here in the van,
The new Save the World
good.
background
Clouds
and a
monsters
hero
as far as the eye can see.
recruitment voucher.
Down in the zone with you and your team, things are already starting to look better. Thank you for giving me a chance to do what I do.
So I'll quickly show off the hero recruitment voucher if you have never used one. If you go to collection book and you go through the list of people in here, I'm not telling you which ones are good or not because I technically don't know. You could technically go into like events and go down to like, let's say I want this person. I can recruit for a hero voucher. I'll do that because I don't have him and he's a mythic. So you can get a mythic if you want. Look, he had a team perk. I can collect him if I want or keep him. So, yeah, like I said, I hope this helps out. I'll actually collect him because I'd rather have him in my collection book. I've been slowly trying to finish or do more of. If you guys like the video, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I recommend subscribing to the channel to keep all content. Otherwise, it's been Mr. again. I hope this is shorter because, like I said, there's a lot to cut out. I hope this helps you out. Like I said, that was a guide to Save the World Part 1. So I figured there's a Part 2 or Part 3 that will be added after this quest line goes away. Maybe it'll stay. And they'll keep adding parts. Hopefully, that would be so much better. But otherwise, I'll see you guys when that comes out. Otherwise, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, have a good night, wherever you are, just have a good day. I'll see you guys next video, and peace.